All right, guys. Obviously, a great day for us, great day for our program. Just being down the locker room with our guys and see the look on their faces is amazing. We have a group of seniors that were all announced before the game today, and it's hard to put in words, express as a coach when you come to a program and you got a group of guys that don't know you at all, and you basically take their world, flip it upside down, and then ask them to not only buy into what you're doing, but really be the leaders of it. And that's probably a strange dynamic that I don't think can be simulated any other way than what it is. And for what our guys have done, what our seniors have done, and how they bought in and really embraced what we're doing, and we do a lot of things that I think are probably different than most and kind of out of the box, and they bought in. And so to go through 12 months of that together and to be able to have this reward, it's, to say the least, well deserved by those guys. And again, just seeing the happiness on their faces and to know that their careers here just got extended. They get a postseason ball game, and when we get more time together, is great. And so our seniors did a great job today. I think a lot of guys were big contributors and played really well for us. And I think you saw the respect our team has for our seniors with how the other guys played around them. And that's what it was about. It was about the seniors today. We made no bones about it. That was the message all week long. That was the message this morning. And you really saw a bunch of guys come together and do it for a group of guys that we have tremendous respect for. So we're definitely excited about that. And with that, open for questions.
I take it that Kenny started because it was a senior day situation, or did he just open with deserve the start and obviously set the tone with that run?
A little bit both, Don. Kenny, I tell you what now. Talk about an unselfish guy. Kenny's been a starter and a big contributor in all four phases of special teams basically all year for us. He's been a contributor on offense, some games more than others, but all the way through. His teammates love him. I mean, he's about all the right things. He competes hard, practices hard. So he's earned that in more ways than just being a senior. It wasn't like we just started all seniors today at every spot, but that obviously had something to do with it. But it's really about just what Kenny has done to us, done for us, and meant to us as a leader this year.
And how about just setting the tone for the day with that first run?
Yeah, I mean, I think that definitely carried over. I thought we played really well up front and were physical in the run game all day long. I think we shot ourselves in the foot and hurt ourselves with some unforced errors, some penalties that really in times that I think got us off track, or we could have even been more effective offensively. But I thought we ran the ball effectively all day long.
Dave, right here. You're right, Coach. I know that the players were excited. What was your feeling about getting this win? You've been waiting a while to get this sixth win, and now in your first year as a head coach, you're going to a bowl game.
Yeah, I mean, it means a lot. And I told you guys, like, you think about it, and it's the world we live in, and we all know it, we embrace it, and that's fine. If we started the season 0-4, and then came on a tear, we're on a 4-0 streak going into this game, I mean, it'd be like, the greatest thing going. I mean, it'd be all just everyone, wow, what a job, and this, that, whatever. But it didn't happen that way. It happened the other way. But whatever. You go through it one by one. I have said it many times here. You play each game, right? When you get to the end of the season, you add them up, And so we're at 6-6. However you get there, that's what you got to. And sure, I've never been part of a season where you couldn't look back at the end and say, man, if we just would have done this, or this guy would have stayed healthy, or this, we could have. That's always that's just part of how you go through things. But you are who your record already is. That's football. That's what we play. And so we're 6-6. We're eligible for a bowl game. And I think when you look at where we come from, where we started, and what we got, I think it's a tremendous achievement for our guys. And I think it really shows you and tells you where this program's headed.
Coach, what went into the decision to not only put Andrew Stefanelli in the game, but to handle the ball for the touchdown?
Tremendous amount of respect for him. Steph is a guy, he's tough as they come. He has a role on our team as a fullback. We don't play a lot of sets with a fullback. So what he does really well, and he's been a wedge blocker on our kickoff return and done the things, but never says a word, just goes, competes, goes really hard. And so, yeah, it was a little bit of a, we had that plan during the week. We get that opportunity, we're going to do it. And we had it, and he took the ball and scored. So just happy for him, excited for him. He's had a great career.
Coach, today 7 sacks for your defense, a bunch of those on key third downs, and just the day that Jermaine Carter Jr. had for you, I think 15 tackles, that fumble, force, and then recovery. I know a lot of it was scheme. I know a lot of it was him too. Just if you could talk about.
Yeah, that play he made on the sideline, that interception was, I mean, that's a big time play. That was unbelievable. Jermaine, I don't know. I think Jermaine is a great football player. I think he's just scratching the surface right now with what he can be. And he's had some games this year where he's played really well. He's had some ups and downs. He and I just had a one-on-one conversation earlier this week kind of about that. Because in a good way, I have very high expectations for him as both a player and a leader for us moving forward. And it was great to see how he responded. I mean, it really was. The guy, he played hard. He played a great game. You can't possibly have, I think, a more productive game than what he had out there. And that's what he's all about. That's our leader.
Coach, Walt every week has talked about the importance of winning the battle with explosive plays and winning the turnover battle. What was the importance today, and really in the context of your entire season in the wins that you've had with the explosive plays that you got? Obviously, each touchdown you scored, you had explosive plays leading to each one.
Yeah, I mean, that's a stat we talk about every week. It's part of our plan to win. We talk about the turnover margin, or turnover battle, we call it, and then the battle of explosive plays. And we haven't lost the game, we won those. In most of the games we lost, we did lose in those categories. It's the most telling statistic to wins and losses there is in the game. So it's our emphasis every week. We talk about it a bunch, and there's been many weeks we emphasize, and we need to continue to get more of those. But today, that was certainly the difference.
DJ, can you talk about the potential for a momentum shift when you missed the field goal and then Alvin jumped off sides, and how did that impact that point in the game, and what did it say about your guys that they sort of overcame that?
Yeah, it was big. I mean, what it says is we made some dumb penalties in the game, but we did find a way to bounce back. Jump off sides on a punt return, out at corner too, not like a guy rushing. That's a wow. But we bounced back, and our guys responded. Like I said, I think you saw a team with that resolve about them to say, we're gonna find a way to get this done somehow today, because we're not gonna leave here without our seniors getting a win in the last home game and without us having an opportunity to go to the postseason. And that's what it was. It certainly wasn't all pretty, and there was some ups and downs throughout it, but our guys had resolve about them today.
Coach, at what point in the week, or I guess this morning, did you know that Perry would be okay to start at quarterback? And although he wasn't asked to throw a lot today, how much did it mean to not only yourself but the team and him to get to start this game on senior day? How much of a lift was that for the team?
Anyone who spent more than like 10 seconds with Perry knows that there was no way he wasn't playing this game. It wasn't a matter of me, when did I know, or what am I going to tell him, or he was playing, and I thought obviously he played a really good game. I think when you look back and you go through our season, when Perry's been in there at quarterback, we've been pretty effective offensively, and it's part of the game. And obviously we haven't had him for a good portion of it too, but when we have, I think we've been a different team. Perry does a great job leading our team, and communicates really well, gets us in and out of the right plays, both run and pass, and I think we've been very effective when he was in there.
Coach, first of all, congratulations on becoming bowl eligible your first year.
Thank you.
One guy who was an integral part of this program was unable to play today. That was William Blakely. What has William meant to this program at Maryland? You've gotten to know him this year.
Yeah, I've been asked that question probably a couple times now, like in different ways, and I don't know. I may just not be the best with words, because I don't know the right words to describe that. What he's meant to this program, to this team, to his senior class, to me personally, really can't. I don't know. I can't make a statement that would measure it enough to say that that's what he meant, because that was one of the first guys when I about 12 months ago when I got this job. He's one of the first guys I ever met with, knowing he had a big decision ahead of him whether he was going to stay or move on to the NFL. And I knew Will from back as a high school player back in the state of Florida, and so we kind of started this journey together, and obviously for his part of it to kind of be cut short with the injury, can't just rips your heart out, really, man. I it's hard for me to talk about it, I get emotional about it, and Will has, I believe, football in his future, and I know no matter where football leads him or whenever that does end, he'll be a successful person whatever he does, because he's as self-motivated as they come, as good a person as they come, just one of those guys you can trust and count on, and a man of his word, and he means a ton to his teammates. So Will's still definitely a huge part of our team. He's around every day and rehabbing and working out and talks to the team and all that, and obviously he's a major contributor on the field that we didn't have, but yeah, I mean, that's just, Will is us. He's what this program stands for.
Time for two more. Don, then Peter.
DJ, were you and the players aware of Caleb's post-game wedding proposal, and did you tell him to take a knee?
Don, I did not coach him on the proposal. I was aware of it. I was kind of running late getting in here because I did watch it out on the field, and it looked like, I was watching from my office, it looked like she said yes. But I didn't coach him on it at all. But very, very happy for Caleb and excited for him, and he's a fine young man, and I know he wants to get into coaching, and I think he'll be a tremendous coach one day too.
And is that the first time you've ever had that happen in the game?
Had a proposal after a game. It is a first. Yes, it is.
Coach, you said earlier today was all about the seniors. I think a lot of people looking at the program will start to think with the good recruiting class you have that it's going to be pretty soon all about the freshmen. You talk a little bit about the progress of the guys in between, the underclassmen this year, and how you feel about where you're going from here.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of contributors out there that are guys that are whatever in between, sophomore, junior, whatever it might be, and so it's often always that way, right? There's focus on the seniors, the guys that are exiting, or the guys that are coming in. That's just kind of how it goes. But our focus in here is totally on the team, and again, we got another game. We just earned the right to play another game. We're going to go prepare and do everything possible with the team we have to go win that game. And in the meantime, in between that, we're going to be recruiting like crazy. Starting tomorrow, we're heading out and recruiting. And then go try and put the best class together. And it's always about just improving your roster. So how do you do that? You recruit and bring in the best guys you can, and you develop and work and improve the guys you have currently on your roster the best you can. And then you just keep trying to improving it better. And so I think it's really clear where we're at is this program's heading in that direction. And the pace in which it goes that way, a lot is determined by the guys you bring in and the additions to your roster. That's what we're doing.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay.
As well, players here in about 10 seconds.